to my recently finished office project here in One Central in Dubai. I would like to talk today about how to basically put a concept forward and bring it an implementation to a final project. So this is actually an office from a very, very large global technology innovation company. The difference in this office between their other offices around the world is that this is now representing a very large region, and they called it the APMEA region. So APMEA basically stands for Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa. And since this is a technology company, what the client really felt important when this office was made the first time, it didn't really signify that this was a technology company. So basically when people walked in, they didn't know what do you do or what are you selling here. So basically we wanted to have a very beautiful large display screen, which you can see right over there. And it has a constant running theme of the different companies that are collaborating in this office. You can put a real personal message for the clients that are coming in, welcoming people. Basically, you will also see that the sub-logo of this company is called Ambitions Realized. So I have my graphic designer basically develop a calligraphy, Arabic calligraphy for Ambitions Realized, and actually became the whole theme on which basis this office was recently opened here in Dubai. We're going to talk a little bit more about the Arabic hospitality and all the details that entails. As you can see, this is a setup where I have used low seating because Arabic hospitality usually has in a classical majlis setup low seating, but it's been put in a little bit more modern jacket. So we have these beautiful tan color and blue velvet colored sofas here, and they're sitting on these really gorgeous vintage rugs which are locally sourced here. And we are using these beautiful modern style Moroccan tables. So to give it that look and feel. And then the orchids give that little hint to Asia again. So this is how you bring in details from the different regions into design. So that's implementation of the concept. And then as you can see, I'm in love with these Azuline acrylic book stands. It's actually a prayer book stand, but since it's made in acrylic, it gives this really modern vibe. And basically what we're showcasing here is then basically all these beautiful coffee table books about design, but also about tea, about coffee, and that basically ties in beautifully together the whole look and feel of hospitality. So this area here where we're sitting right now is basically the reception lobby area, which, as you can see, the coffee station. So coffee and tea is very much a hospitality thing. When you come in, people immediately relax because they will go like, oh, fantastic, we can sit down, it's informal. You say hello to your guests. And basically, we've even created a menu board here where, as you can see, it says W Cafe or Cafe in Italian, basically with the coffees and teas that represent also the region. And one of my favorite topics in order to incorporate design or any concept into a project is art. Art is what makes the soul happy. The CEO is actually a personal client of mine. I did their personal home a couple of years ago here in Dubai. So when he became the CEO of this company, he actually invited me to come and have a look at the office and see where I could basically create this beautiful new reception lobby and the innovation center here, so that it would represent more the APMEA regional headquarters. And what better way to do that than basically bring artwork in. He loves artwork, he loves calligraphy, so I'm actually tying the two in together. But if we look at the phone booths here, these are individual cubicles where the employees can come and sit, have a private conversation with their clients because it's an open space office. So this gives an opportunity to their employees to have these little nooks and corners where they can have these interviews or phone calls with their respective clients if necessary. So what we did is basically I made sure that each cubicle, so we have 4 regions, has its own artwork. The first one is the Middle East. It has an imploded calligraphy theme. Also the color of the wallpaper, which represents a grid pattern. That's where technology comes back in. The pattern on the fabric of the chairs as a data pattern, like a motherboard. So again, computers, technology. This is then representing with this beautiful sand color the Middle East. The second booth is representing Africa. I did the same thing again with a beautiful African themed circular artwork, and then these colors again are reflecting. You're repeating basically the same fabric, but you're bringing in by the different tonalities, you bring in memories and intonations to the area basically. The third booth is representing Asia, and the last booth is Oceania, which basically stands for Australia and New Zealand. Another way to basically implement materials and then reflecting back to those four regions is wood. Wood is a very beautiful, natural, versatile material. As you can see, there is this really big tree here, which is called agave tree. Agave is local to the UAE and the Middle East here. So the coffee tables that you can see here on the back opposite the boardroom area basically have this dark tonal wood colors that basically represents Africa. And then when we walk to the other side, meeting areas, basically that's where you see these Asian inspired hanging tables, where then we have created another storytelling moment. So storytelling is key to connecting. Connecting people with the product that they're selling here, but also making those heartfelt relationships and connections that are really important in any type of business. So I feel always very, very inspired in order to bring the storytelling to life. And the storytelling in this area is basically the calligraphy. As I mentioned before, the CEO loves calligraphy. So, and I was involved with the LED screen to do the Arabic calligraphy for Ambitious Realized. So what a better way than basically to bring calligraphy ornaments from Asia. Here we go again, back to the HQ regions. And then we have this little silhouette here of showing these beautiful stand with the crane, which holds these beautiful, delicate calligraphy brushes, and then a little ink stand, which is the old way basically of how people communicated. I then connected again this beautiful in blue this time, the Azuline book stand again with a book. So the old way of how people were telling their stories or communicating information was by writing, and was basically by putting that information in a book. That's how knowledge basically got transmitted over the centuries. And then fast forward to today is basically where technology gets transmitted in this amazing LED screen right behind me. So we're going to talk lastly where we started this interview today is my pride and joy, and that is this fantastic parametric design desk. The parametric design is quite complicated to manufacture, and I'm very proud to say that I have the amazing support of really fantastic joinery companies and contractors, which can help me shine to bring my vision and my concept alive. So a parametric design is complex. It took quite a bit of work to get this whole design detailed to the very, very detailed. Just to, for example, there are 96 individual panels that are basically all put together, and the pattern not only goes like a wave in one direction, but also comes from the bottom to the top. And in order to make that flow as one fluid movement, again, representing the desert, Middle East, representing the waves, which could be Asia Pacific as well. So basically, by again reflecting that design detail into the design of this amazing desk is how you all tie it together. And this actually then concludes a beautifully well-designed reception lobby for my client, which they were super, super happy with. And I'm really, really grateful to have had this opportunity to create this for them.